History rarely begins with explosions. More often, it begins with silence. In the early 1930s, the world was still wounded. World War I had ended, but peace was fragile, uneven, uncertain. Cities rebuilt themselves brick by brick, yet bitterness remained beneath the surface. Across Europe, unemployment rose. Families stood in breadlines. Governments struggled to hold faith. And in that uncertainty, dangerous ideas began to grow. People did not want war. They wanted dignity, stability, hope. But history would offer them something far darker. Germany, humiliated by defeat in World War I, was drowning in economic collapse. The Treaty of Versailles had stripped it of land, power, and pride. Into this chaos stepped Adolf Hitler. He spoke not softly but fiercely. He promised restoration, strength, a return to greatness. Millions listened. By 1933, Hitler became Chancellor of Germany. Soon after, democracy ended. Opposition disappeared. Fear replaced freedom. The Nazi state was built on lies, but powerful ones. That the Germans were superior, that enemies lived among them, that violence was justified. Jews were blamed for everything. So were Roma, disabled people, political opponents, and anyone who did not fit Nazi ideology. The world watched. Many were uneasy, but few acted. Appeasement became policy. Peace at any cost. It would prove a terrible mistake. On September 1st, 1939, German forces crossed into Poland. There was no declaration of mercy, only speed. Tanks rolled forward. Aircraft screamed overhead. This was blitzkrieg, lightning war. Within weeks, Poland was crushed. From the west came Germany. From the east came the Soviet Union, bound by a secret pact. Cities burned. Families fled. Europe realized too late. The war had begun. Britain and France declared war on Germany. But for months, little happened. Then in 1940, Hitler struck again. Denmark fell. Norway followed. Then Belgium, the Netherlands, and France. Paris surrendered. Europe collapsed with shocking speed. By mid-1940, Nazi Germany dominated continental Europe. Only Britain remained. Hitler planned an invasion, but first he needed control of the skies. The Battle of Britain began. Day after day, German bombers attacked airfields, factories, and cities. London burned under relentless bombing, the Blitz. Yet the British Royal Air Force fought back. Outnumbered, outgunned, but unbroken. Radar, courage, and determination turned the tide. As Winston Churchill declared, "Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few." Britain survived, and the war continued. While armies clashed, another war unfolded in secret, a war against civilians. Across occupied Europe, Jews were forced into ghettos, starved, crowded, forgotten. Then came the camps, Auschwitz, Treblinka, Sobibor, places not of imprisonment, but of annihilation. Men, women, children, sent to their deaths with terrifying efficiency. Gas chambers replaced bullets. Crematoria replaced graves. 6 million Jews were murdered. Millions of others followed. This was not chaos, it was policy. The Holocaust stands as one of humanity's darkest crimes, and it happened while the world fought elsewhere. In June 1941, Hitler made his greatest gamble. He turned on his former ally. Operation Barbarossa, the invasion of the Soviet Union, was the largest military operation in history. 3 million German soldiers surged eastward. At first, success came quickly. Cities fell, armies were encircled, but Russia was vast and winter was merciless. At Stalingrad, the war changed. House-to-house fighting, freezing temperatures, no retreat. In early 1943, an entire German army surrendered. From that moment on, Germany was no longer advancing, it was bleeding. On December 7, 1941, the war crossed oceans. Japanese aircraft attacked the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor. Battleships burned. Sailors drowned. America entered the war. Now it was truly global. From North Africa to the Pacific Islands, fighting spread. In the Pacific, the war was brutal and personal. Jungle battles, island hopping, no surrender. Civilians suffered everywhere. Total war had arrived. By 1944, the Allies prepared for the final blow. On June 6th, D-Day, over 150,000 soldiers landed on the beaches of Normandy. Bullets tore through water. Explosions shook the sand. Many never made it ashore, but the invasion succeeded. From the west, Allied forces pushed forward. From the east, the Soviet army advanced relentlessly. Germany was crushed between them. Berlin fell in May 1945. Hitler was dead. Nazi Germany surrendered. Europe was free, but shattered. In the Pacific, Japan fought on. An invasion of Japan was expected to cost millions of lives. Then came a weapon the world had never seen. On August 6, 1945, an atomic bomb destroyed Hiroshima. 3 days later, Nagasaki followed. The devastation was unimaginable. Japan surrendered. World War II was over. More than 60 million people died. Cities were erased, families destroyed, entire generations lost. But from the ruins came lessons about hatred, about power, about responsibility. World War II was not just a conflict of armies. It was a test of humanity. And history still asks us, did we learn enough?